Yeah, my name is Markus Grundler. I'm head of portfolio management systems at aixigo.
And Jonas, software developer. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, and we are both from aixigo, which is a software company based in Aachen, Germany. And we provide software for banking solutions and especially for high-performance portfolio management and advisory solutions. We do risk profiling for some years now and also high-performance portfolio management. We are a co-founder of FinDEVr, which is a digital wealth manager located in Luxembourg. And today we would like to talk about our wealth management platform and portfolio API. Well, banking APIs are everywhere, at least for cash accounts and payments. There are plenty of them. But where are the APIs for securities accounts? You can hardly find them on the market. And that's for a reason. Handling portfolio data is complex. You have transaction history, you have securities master data, you have market quotes, exchange rates, and even missing quotes. And you have store notes, corporate actions, you have a lot of interest calculation methods, and you have a high volume of data. So, on the other hand, banks are having challenges in their investment business. They have MiFID II regulations beginning of 2018. They have profit pressure due to ETFs and low interest rates. Fintechs and digitalization are on the market, and cost transparency to the end customer. So, handling these challenges, we created the aixigo Wealth Management Platform. And we created a completely new ecosystem of services for analyzing, managing, and reporting on investment portfolios. The aixigo Wealth Management Platform is built around three important aspects. We designed it API first, so it's easy to integrate into existing landscapes. It's extremely fast, and it enables new business models. So the platform consists of a set of microservices, such as monitoring for analyzing portfolio events. Then we have the portfolio management, which handles the asset management, model portfolios, investment guidelines, and rebalances your securities accounts regarding your investment guidelines. Then we have the order management services, which connect your rebalancing orders to your trading system. And then we have reporting for high-quality reports. We can create PDF reports and mass reporting. And we have a wide range of analytics services which provide algorithms based on your securities accounts. And the data for this platform can be connected via our data provisioning layer, which is a mean to connect to your existing legacy systems. And all is connected to our central data hub, which is Apache Kafka. So we can connect these services to each other, even for mass operations. So whenever you have to react on a monitoring event and you have to rebalance a large number of portfolios, for example, they can communicate very efficiently together. And the core aspects of our platform is that it is built for low latency services. So you have response times between 3 and 100 milliseconds. And that's perfect when you have an app or web interface or even a voice interface. And it is optimized for mass operations. So you can analyze, for example, 1 million securities accounts and calculate KPIs such as volatility or time-weighted performances, value at risk, and so on. And you can do that in a high throughput manner. So today we would like to show you two showcases to demo these services. One is showing low latency service connection with Amazon Alexa, and the other one is we connected a BPM workflow for a mass operation. So first, we connected the Amazon Alexa to our live data center services, and we can now talk to our portfolio. What you see here is the Amazon Alexa app, and it displays the responses that you get from the device. Alexa, ask my bank how my portfolio is doing.
Last year, your portfolio had a 11% performance. This calculation is money-weighted. It includes all payments, costs and taxes.
How's my portfolio development for last year?
At start of last year, your start portfolio balance was €47,000. You bought shares for €6,200. At end of last year, it was worth €58,000.
Show me just February.
At start of February last year, your start portfolio balance was €44,000. At end of February last year, it was worth €45,000. There is a market commentary for February. Would you like to hear that?
Yes.
In February 2016, most of the stock market faced a decline triggered by the sharp drop of oil prices. Stock market prices caught up very quickly by the end of their month.
How much did I pay for my wealth management?
Last year you paid €750 on fees for your portfolio management. Would you like to see a comparison with your benchmark?
Yes.
Last year your portfolio had a performance of 11%. Nasdaq gained 9% in that time. You outperformed your benchmark in last year by 2%.
Alexa, stop.
Thank you for using aixigo, my bank.
So you've seen you can connect a voice interface with our high-speed APIs and can talk to your portfolio. And now we showcase another demo where we want to show how you can handle a mass operation business workflow. And so we connected 3 of our modules to a working BPM process. And Jonas is going to build the process live here on stage with a BPM modeler, connects it to our REST API, and shows the result. So switch to the development laptop, please.
Okay, so let's jump right in. What you see here is an editor for business process modeling notation, or BPMN for short. There's an online demo at bpmn.io if you want to try it out later. And I prepared this simplified outline of our monitoring and rebalancing process. It starts with this monitoring step, which is talking to the monitoring module Markus mentioned earlier.
Right, and the monitoring module just calls our REST API, analyzes all the portfolios that are in the database, and calculates a KPI, in this case, the time-weighted performance for each of the securities accounts, about 20,000 in the database, and results the portfolios or the securities accounts that are in need of rebalancing.
Okay, so we get a list of portfolios out of it, and if this list contains any IDs, we continue with this big empty box on the right-hand side. I already labeled it rebalance portfolios, and we built a sub-process in it now to show you how easy it is to build a process with this tool. I dragged the start event, the circle here, over into the box and follow it with a task, and I call it rebalance portfolio because it will rebalance a single portfolio.
Right, so for each portfolio we identified that is in need of rebalancing, we call our rebalancing service, which calculates orders that rebalance and it sells and buys new securities on that portfolio, on that securities account. And after that rebalancing, the orders are used in the trading and order management system in order to bring the securities account in sync with the respective model portfolio.
So it generates a list of orders, and with these orders we can go to the ordering module and transfer our orders there.
So all the orders for each of the securities accounts are then transferred to our order management system, which then executes the trades with your broker or your trading system.
Okay, so to make this whole process executable, we have to connect these 3 steps to Java classes. I already did that for the previous 2 steps, and I'll do it for this last one. Just select this here and paste the Java class, transfer.
So what Jonas is doing now, he's connecting the BPM diagram to our Java code. So we will see the Java code in a minute, and now each of these processing steps are connected to the Java code. That's what he did.
Exactly. And after saving this diagram, we switch to our IDE. And, well, let me go back first. We are now looking at the code for this first step, the monitor portfolio step. And it's over here. And as you can see, it's barely longer than a single screen, I hope. Yeah, it should be okay. And we have something to extract parameters, do the REST request to the API, pass the response down here, and finally set the IDs on the process so we can use them in the following steps.
So this code now builds the glue code between the BPM process and our REST API, and he's going to call the REST endpoint now.
All right, to connect to the REST API, we need an URL, and that's still missing. To find out what we have to paste here, let's switch to the documentation. And this is it. It's a dynamically generated interactive documentation of our API. If you're interested in that, please have a look at api.aixigo.com here, or come by our booth later. But for now, we need monitoring endpoint here, and I already filled in some sensible values for the API. And if we click on this try button, it's talking to our API, showing us the response and the URL it used with all the parameters. So we can copy that, go back to our IDE, and paste it here. Maybe make it a little bit prettier. So here we have the URL, save the whole file, and we can run this process right in the IDE. And now it's starting up.
Right, so now he compiles the code, deploys it on our BPM engine, and then the engine is running.
Yeah. And this engine already has a front end, and here it is. Now if we log in here and switch to the right view, we can already see the process deployed here. On another view, we can start this process right from this browser interface. We could also start it via a REST request or via Java API, but for now, let's do it here. And now, if we go back to the IDE, we should already be seeing the first GET request, and that's the one we copied up here.
Right, so now the process is executing on our process engine and is analyzing 20,000 portfolios right on this laptop here. And the resulting to about, well, I don't know, 5,000 portfolios are then rebalanced, and orders are created and transferred to our order management system. So that's what is running live here on stage right now, and you see the log files over there, and these are the orders that are generated and transferred.
That's right. It's all running on this laptop, and it's starting to heat up a little bit. And maybe if we have a look at the battery indicator, well, the IDE and the terminal are taking a bit of battery because they're working really hard right now. If we go back to the documentation, we can already see the orders piling in here. Get all current orders. And this is the list of orders known to the system right now.
Right, so that's what we wanted to show you. We demoed the high-performance throughput use case and the low-latency use case with Amazon Alexa. And these are just two ways how we can utilize our platform. We've seen the voice interface, and we just programmed a small robo-wealth manager right here on stage. So if you're interested, come to our booth and have a look at our high-performance API. It's a high-throughput engine, sophisticated algorithms, MiFID II ready, and enabling new business models such as identifies, our robo-wealth manager. So come to our booth and ask us any questions. Thank you. Okay, question, how long did the Alexa integration take? Well, to be honest, we started it, I think, 2 days before Christmas in 2016, and the developers had it ready in the first or second week of January, so it was very quick, and they didn't have any experience with the Alexa development kit, so it's quite a very good development kit from Amazon there. You can create new skills and intents and utterances and so on, so it took about a week to learn the Amazon SDK, and then we just connected them to our services. So a few weeks, or basically the basic functionality can be done in some days. What other examples of how your API can be used? Well, we are using that API in production at several large banks in Germany with more than 1 million securities accounts, and they're using it for their reporting needs, for example. They have to do regular reports, yearly reports, quarterly reports, or even loss reports, which is mandatory now due to MiFID regulation. And they also use it in their online banking to display certain KPIs. For example, the volatility, performance, or value at risk of a portfolio or security account can be displayed. So it's a wide range where you can use that API.
So maybe I answer the next question. What are we using for API docs? The one you've seen on screen is Swagger UI, and it's using Swagger annotations in the Java code to be generated. And it's just a custom theme to make it look like that. Okay, next question. Who are your customers? Well, our customers are mainly banks or fintech startups that want to provide an added value on their securities accounts handling. So we can analyze, visualize, and so on, all that data, and also perform automated processes. So fintechs and large banks are our current customers. Okay, my turn again. How long did the integration with bpmn.io take? It was a little bit painful to get started because we didn't know the platform and the provider of it, Grundler. But after about a week, we had the first running process going from front to end completely through. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much.